Hey, what's up? It's Pika calling in. It is Saturday night. Um, yeah, actually, it's Sunday morning. Y'all know me. It's late as fuck. I'm sorry. It's been a wild day today. I got a lot done. We got up early. I happen to have the day off today, so I got up early, did some laundry. Um, we went down to the NTUC to go get some groceries. So we went and picked up waffles down there and ate on the way to the grocery store. Picked up everything that we need for the week, snacks and food and drinks, and got some orange juice. I want to start orange juice in the morning. And then, let's see, we came back, unloaded all the groceries, made sure the laundry was out on the line, cleaned up a little bit, and then we decided, you know what? Still kind of early, like 11 something at that point. So we decided we're going to run back to where my grandparents used to live, down in Wampo. Excuse me. Okay, so we ran down there just to, to go have lunch out there and to get a couple things for baby girl. She's grown like a weed, y'all. I'm so proud of her. I was really, really worried about her a couple months ago when she had gotten sick, and it took her a little bit to get her appetite back, but I'm really, really proud. She's getting it back to jumping around and running around. Her appetite is back, her energy levels are back, so I think she's good to go for a while. So touch wood, I think that she's pretty much on the mend now. So she's growing, and I needed to go get some stuff. There's a store near where my grandparents lived that has like children's clothes, and it's really, really cheap out there, and the quality is good, so I trust that I can find my way around and find what I needed. So I went out there instead. It took us like an hour to get out there. It's kind of nice though. We got to be out in the sunshine a little bit, walk for a little while, really stretch our legs and be outside. It was hard to be down there. You cross the bridge after Bunkang Station. Gosh, excuse me. Cross the bridge after Bunkang Station, and it's like your breath catches in your chest a little bit because the nostalgia kind of hits. I can see the block that we lived in. The house is sold now, so we can't even go in and just sit around for the sake of it. But just being around there, walking to the market, remembering all the places that we've been. I had to buy flowers for the Samyata, so I went down and got some orchids from there as well. So all in all, pretty fast trip. We just ran down there, got what we needed to get, picked up some lunch, and then caught a cab back to the house. Came here and had lunch, and then I had to put baby girl to bed. She, I don't know if I told you, she's been fighting me a lot lately, and I think it's stemming from, a lack of sleep. She goes to sleep. I put her in bed by like 8:30, 9 o'clock, but then she wants to talk, and she wants to go to the bathroom, and she wants water, and she wants this, that, and the other, and normally she'll drag it out till about 10:30, 11. And then the real fight starts in the morning when I'm trying to get her up for school, and she just not trying to hear any of that. She's not trying to get up, not trying to rush early to school. So basically, she was getting cranky by the time we got home, and I was like, you know what, I can't deal with this. I'm going to go ahead and put you to bed, because I had my very first coaching client today that came by the house. So I actually got to sit with them and talk. It was the discovery today, and just kind of trying to figure out what all is going on with this person, where I could possibly help, if I was a good fit, if she was a good fit, making sure that everything is on the up and up for both of us to both be happy with the situation of, meeting up or at least catching up once a week. My client brought their significant other, which she felt that, it would be necessary and beneficial to me as well to be able to have like another point of view on what she was going through, because he already knew and he's been trying to help her out as well. So all in all, a really great meetup. It was originally intended to be about 45 minutes, but I got her talking. I'm not about to cut her off and be like, nope, the time's up. I'm not a counselor, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor. So I let her vent and get everything out of her chest. And yeah, it was a little emotional for both of us. And the good news is, she's a former colleague of mine, so I was really glad to be able to do this for her. And yeah, we sat down, we talked about it. We talked about possible action steps that we could do to make sure that, she starts moving in the direction she wants, and then we can maybe resolve the situation that's bothering her. So I was actually very, very pleased with the situation, with the session today. And I was grateful baby girl was asleep too, so then I didn't have, her jumping up and coming and asking me questions in the middle of this, so that wouldn't be very professional, would it? But this worked out very well. Finished that up, and I had a cousin that was supposed to stop by later on this evening, and I just started, going about my business, doing my work or whatever, waiting for baby girl to wake up. Baby girl woke up at like 6:30, something like that, and she woke up super excited, super happy, thinking my cousin was coming by, right? Yeah, well, my cousin canceled, which is cool, things happen. People have, their own agendas and their stuff to do. So she canceled, and when I told her, because I'd made the mistake of telling her before that that someone was coming by, she decided to like pitch a fit and knock stuff off the table, and yeah, it wasn't very pretty. But finally, we got her to calm down. I explained myself, and I was like, you know what, this is the way you're going to act. I can't tell you anything. I have to keep everything a secret, which works in my favor too, but then you don't get to know what's going on either. So, we handled it, and then it was about time to give her dinner, and I needed to wash her hair, because once a week I wash her hair, right? And today was the day off, and I just figured, might as well get that out the way. So I washed her hair, I got her hair done. We just got done just a little bit ago, and I let her stay up really late because she woke up so late from her nap. So that's pretty much it. So she's in bed right now. I'm doing my audio. I'm going to go ahead and finish up. There's a project I'm doing for Crown for Success, so I'm going to finish up my quota for today, and then going about my business. So we'll see how that goes. But the topic for today, at least a recurring theme that I've found for today, is determination. I don't know about any of you. I feel like sometimes I want to quit all the time. I get into moods where, I've got so much to do. I need to value my time and really like push my time for all it's worth and get everything I can done. But on the same token, I want to quit sometimes. I just don't want to do it. I mean, is it really necessary to do all the things that I'm doing? I am losing sleep. I am super unfocused sometimes because there's so many things. Like, I'll be doing one thing and suddenly like an idea will pop into my head about something else, and I'll stop this and start that. And yeah, in the end, some days I don't get anything done. I get a little bit of everything done, but not anything is complete. So some days I'm like, damn it, why? I don't need to do all this. I could just do what everyone else is doing and just punch a clock and go to work and complain about it, and I'd have way more time to myself. I think I've mentioned it before. For me, anger is a great ally. It's someone I really understand. Anger and I get along really well. And anger actually pushes me to do better. So sometimes I feel like I need the anger, but it isn't there. Sometimes I need to really listen to the universe and what everyone's saying, what's going on around me, in order to push myself to a place where I can get everything that I need to get done. So for me, determination is key. I have to be determined to win no matter what. I have to be determined to get up and do what I need to do no matter what. I've been talking to y'all about how sleepy I am and how much sleep I do or don't get. And it's not that I don't want to sleep. Obviously, I am a night owl. I'm up at night. My brain is wide awake. I'm ready to do stuff. And I usually get some of my best ideas that way. But I've been a night owl for most of my life. Now, that's changed a little bit since baby girl came into my life. And right now, with her going to school and stuff, I have no choice but to get up early. I mean, I got to work as well, obviously. But she needs to get to school before I need to get to work. So I need to get up early enough where I can get dressed and be pretty much done and ready to walk out the door before I wake her up and then get all her stuff done. Because I need to get her dressed, make sure she has breakfast, make sure I have breakfast, and pack everything that she needs in her bag for school, and then we get on our way. And we usually leave an hour before we need to get there, right? So this lack of sleep thing becomes a problem sometimes. I know I don't have a chance for a nap, but she does. So I'm actually happy that she gets a chance for a nap to be able to catch up with whatever she's missing, but I don't. And oh my goodness. See, I'm talking about sleep and I'm over here like super sleepy, and believe it or not, I'm pacing in my dining room because if I lay down and talk, guaranteed I will be half asleep talking nonsense to you, and I don't even know if it made any sense. So yeah, sleep. I am determined to get more, just not now because I have stuff I need to do. I talked to you the other day about how I decided, you know what, I was super sleepy. I couldn't hack it anymore, and I had to go to sleep early. And I made a deal with my best friend that I needed to go to sleep early. And I was upset at the thought of, okay, I'm going to sleep maybe 4 or 5 hours earlier than I would have originally. And that's 4 or 5 hours I could have put it into my business. And I was a little upset about that. But you know what? Either way, I'm still investing in my business. I'm investing in my health. My health, therefore, will fuel my business, because if I don't have the health, I'm not going to be able to do anything later on. So I had to reframe everything that I'm thinking. The determination, though, is key, because if I am not willing to push myself, if I have to wait for someone else to push me, I'm not going to get anything done, you guys. It is all up to me. It's all in my hands. I keep hoping that, if I call my brother, he'll answer the phone. He doesn't. If I call my mother, she'll answer the phone. She doesn't. If I call my best friend, he'll answer the phone. He doesn't. But you know what? I've got to drive myself at some point. My happiness cannot be contingent upon whoever's around to be able to push me. I have to do this by myself. I have to. I mean, I would love it if, one day I was married and my husband could push me a little bit and I push him a little bit and both of us push each other and we got business going. That would be awesome. But in the event that he's in a mood, or in the event that I'm not feeling it, or in the event that we don't feel like talking to each other, I don't know, shit could happen. I hope not. But in those situations, I have to be able to dig it out for myself. I need to be able to find that deep down inside of myself. And right now it's like, all right, universe, you think you're slick, you're purposely like pulling people out of my life or making them unreachable at moments where I really, really, really want to hear someone's opinion or get someone's advice or, just check with someone or share some good news even. And I don't have it right now. And that's okay too, because one day I'll be able to thank these people and be like, thank you so much for not always answering the phone, because of that, I had to figure it out by myself. It's not fun, but I'll be all the better for it. I just have to think of it that way. I can't be complaining about these things. I can't change them. I can't force someone to pick up the phone when they're in another country, in another time zone. My brother is 2 hours ahead of me. My mom is 2.5 hours behind me. I can't force that stuff. I mean, I reached out to a couple people in the RVP group. They're stateside, which is 12 hours behind me. I have so many people in different time zones that I would think that I could find someone who would be willing to answer the phone when I call. But that's okay too. I mean, it's not often that I reach out, so they're probably like, oh, she's probably just checking on me. It's not a big deal. Which, yeah, that's another story for another time. But I need to find the determination for myself. So lately, what I've been doing is when I feel the need to call people, or if I do call people and I can't get a hold of them, I've taken to pulling from YouTube, basically. So y'all know already. Number one oracle for me is Gary Vee. He can get me fired up no matter what. I don't know what it is. He's like straight to the point, take no bullshit, take no prisoners, pull no punches, just get the job done. And the way he speaks is actually the way I speak to the people that I'm closest to. So I resonate with that. It really does drive me. So listening to him, yeah, absolutely. Now, if it's matters of the heart, or if it's something that it's not business related, so to speak, but it's like, how do I get out of this funk? How do I push myself to get up and go do what I need to do? It's mostly Tony Robbins at the moment, which I really appreciate the way he speaks as well. It's not quite as punch in the face as Gary Vee, but it still does the job when I really need it to. The rest are all kind of random. There is one, I can't even tell you what the name of the channel is. He starts off by saying, "Hey, Believe Nation." I can't tell you what the name of the YouTube channel is. It kind of slips my mind at the moment, but he has a lot of great content as well, and it's normally pulled from maybe it'll be the top 10 rules that Michelle Obama has for life, or it might be the top 10 rules of success from Oprah Winfrey. So his collaborations and his compilations of quotes and theories from the greatest minds in the world or whatever, those actually help too. So right now, with the determination and trying to push myself to pick up the pace, or at least get something done, because the first half of the year I was basically focus oriented, because I needed to learn so much more, and right now I'm action oriented. I really need to get these action steps done and out the way, which is where the audio comes in, where the blog comes in. Oh, speaking about the blog, you guys, my first blog piece for Crown for Success comes out tomorrow, so I will post a link in in Facebook, on my page, my personal page as well as my business page, and I will more than likely go ahead and put it in my IG stories as well. So if you're following along, I'll let you know exactly when it's posted, and you'll go ahead and tune in for me. Read it, let me know. Yeah, I just want to see, what y'all think. Yeah, so that's out the way. Back to determination. I basically have to find it wherever I can. A lot of times it comes from the unlikeliest of places. We were watching Phineas and Ferb today. One of my favorite cartoons, actually. There aren't very many cartoons from this era that I actually enjoy, but Phineas and Ferb is one of them. And the way they see the world and the way they, tackle their problems, I love the fact that they're like, Ferb, I know what we're going to do today. I love that. It gets me fired up, and it gets me wondering, what else could we be doing? What else could I be doing? What else could I, push to see become a physical creation of mine? So, like I said, my inspiration does come from the unlikeliest of places sometimes. Sometimes it's music. I don't know if you've been following along, but I know when I need to write, I need music that gives me a good vibe but has no lyrics. So right now it's Hans Zimmer. Anything Hans Zimmer usually will get me fired up. So the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Gladiator soundtrack, mostly the Man of Steel soundtrack. I really dig that, and I tend to be able to focus and get everything done. I can go through the whole score for Man of Steel without stopping, without getting sidetracked for the most part. So I mean that's key for me. So yeah, if it's not YouTube, it's music. And if it's not music or YouTube and I'm at home somehow, it'd be whatever my daughter is watching and whatever situation they're talking about in the cartoon or the movie or whatever. And then I kind of tend to see inspiration. So be determined. Set your mind up to be determined to get what you need to get done. Yeah, you're going to want to quit 100 times. I mean, I've already told y'all, I love working out. I love the way I feel. I love the way, being a little bit sore is that greatest feeling. It's my hangover. It's my favorite kind of hangover, where your muscles are kind of achy a little bit because you work them so hard, but you feel strong. You feel like, you stand a little taller. You walk a little easier. Your muscles are a little more fluid. There's nothing more gorgeous than to watch a sprinter walk or a ballet dancer walk. So the way their muscles just move is so fluid. It's beautiful. Anyway, that's on a tangent. But yeah, y'all know I love to work out, but that first rest day, oh boy. Once I have an excuse to rest, the rest is an excuse, and I can't stop it. I have to think. It'll end up being a rest week and a rest month, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I need to work out again, and I'll start all over again. So I'm trying to conquer that. But it is sheer determination. It's sheer willpower. I will succeed. I will get this done. And you're not always going to want to. Your moods will change, but as long as you find a way, you know what you need to be able to get yourself back in the zone, and doing what you need to be doing. That's the key, I think. That's pretty much all it comes down to. And for you, it may be different, obviously. For you, you may have, a support network that might be able to get a hold of them whenever you call. They may live with you, so you don't have to go very far to catch them and get them to help you get motivated. But for me, I don't have that. So right now, it's basically wherever I can get it from, whatever source of media, like an outlet of some source. I forgot about this. I do a lot of searching on the discovery page of my Instagram, and a lot of what I end up liking, obviously, is quotes, but then more than that, I really love tarot. For some reason, tarot seems to be super, super random anyway, and the ones that draw your eye are the ones that you're resonating with anyway. So I pull it up and I look at the comments or the description on the picture itself. So tarot has been a big source of motivation for me, so that I can stay determined to get whatever it is I want. And most times if I find myself, kind of a little bit confused, I use tarot as well. I don't draw cards myself. I don't have any cards, but there are some places where you can get free tarot readings, and obviously there's plenty of places on Instagram where they're posting the card of the day or whatever. So, I mean, even that is pretty helpful. Yeah, so as much as I want to quit, and that's not just the job or the business. It's relationships. It's communication between people. There are some people I just would really rather never talk to, but I know that I need to, and I know that that it's in my best interest for my family that I continue talking to these people and making sure that the relationship is in a fairly good place. There are family members that I don't get along with so much, but I know that they see me as a good enough person where they will come and call me and open up. And it's up to me to just put aside my feelings and make sure that I'm around to serve, because that is the right thing to do. And it wouldn't, how could it ever hurt me to serve someone else? It will never hurt me to serve someone else. So I need to kind of check my pride and my opinions and keep all that shit to myself and just go do whatever it is I need to do. So, what is it you do to make sure that you stay determined to get to your goals? How is it you make sure that whatever is going on in your life, no matter how much it sucks, no matter how difficult it is, what do you have going on that you're willing to put aside maybe, and then go after yours, go after your dreams, go put in the work. So for me, you already know, right? It's going to be people first. I draw so much inspiration from a conversation. It's not even funny. Like I feel like a conduit when I'm actually talking to people. I feel like an instrument. Like I'm not talking to you with an agenda. I'm not talking to you with a script behind me. It's kind of like you have to speak to me and I need to be able to listen in order to respond to you. And that is like the purest form of communication to me. If I get the chance to listen to you and you're actually being honest with me, I will do everything in my power to make sure that I am honest and forthcoming and helpful. I have a need to be very useful in this world. So for me to be able to listen to you and then give you my insight or anticipate what you might need next, or just give you some support, even if you're not talking to me, the last thing I want is for you to think that I don't care, that I can write you off as easily as you write me off. That's not who I am. If I've invested time in a relationship with you, I am not about to cut you off unless you are rude, crude, or socially unattractive. If you're going to push me away, or if you're going to be like just blatantly disrespectful, yeah, I will cut you off and you'll never hear from me again. I've done it before. I've done it plenty of times before. As much as I was invested in the relationship, I've basically been handed the keys to walk out that door. So yeah, I have no problem cutting you off, but it's in my best interest to serve, and I will do so as much as I can until you tell me otherwise. And even then, I may not let go. Even then, I may just hang on for dear life. Okay, maybe not dear life. I may hang on just to make sure that you're okay, because it makes me happy to have people around me that are happy. All right, you guys. I have work tomorrow. It's actually an odd day because I'll be going in earlier than usual. I need to be there by 10, and we have to hit both locations. I'll be at Rotor in the morning I have 2 interviews that I need to conduct, and then I'll be at East Coast Road in the afternoon. That should be pretty interesting as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my days off. I think I'm going to ask for Friday off instead of Monday, mostly because I have a temple engagement. Let me start over. The Annadanam that we normally go to the temple and cut vegetables for is going to be happening this Friday at the Vadabhadrakaliamman temple. So I always look forward to occasions where I get to be at the temple, mostly because I feel super chill at the temple. I feel like I can just be quiet and still and just do whatever work they have me doing. I don't actually have to engage in idle gossip. I don't have to really, really connect with anyone. I just have to do. And the vibrations in that temple are just so calm. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping that, I can manage that. And if not, it's cool too, but I won't know unless I ask. So I am determined to ask and determined to find out what I need to do next. Yeah, y'all, I'm done. I'm super tired. But as usual, I'm hoping I've delivered some value tonight. I'm hoping that it was something you needed to hear. I'm hoping it helps with whatever situations y'all are going through. It's hard to know what to do. But once you do know, once you do have that inspiration, just go do it. Don't even think about it twice. The more you think about it, the less likely you're going to do it. Just jump. Go do it. Okay? I love you guys. Have a good night, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye.